Hi everyone, welcome to my latest FM21 Journeyman video here in the Egyptian Premier League at Makkasa. So, last time I was with you, it was early in the season. We're now 8 games into the campaign. We're in 10th position. We've won 3, drawn 2, lost 3, scored 9 and conceded 9. So, we had a good run of fixtures actually. We lost the opener against Ismaily. The last time I was with you, we beat Al Guna 4-3. Since then, we had a 0-0 against Grand Hotel, a 2-0 win against Tassana. We had a good win in the Egyptian Cup. We've just had 2 defeats against Vadi, Degla and Zamalek. But I'm very encouraged because we were getting battered by these teams last year. And we put up a very good fight. And we actually held out for longer than I expected us to. It took Vadi Degla until the 67th minute. They got 2 goals in 2 minutes here. And Zamalek, the defending champions, of course. I honestly felt we were well worthy of a draw against them. We restricted them to a 0.7 expected goal, and they nabbed a 1 on the hour mark. And we had the odd chance in this game. It was a very encouraging performance defensively, and we've got performances out of this tactic here, this 4-2, 2-1-1, whatever you want to call it. It's got the 2 D mids work quite well. The 2 wide midfielders are on very specific instructions. We've got the shadow striker and the advanced forward. Fullbacks on, again, quite a lot of specific instructions. It's quite defensively stout, and I feel like it does give us some counter-attacking threat. If we had better players, I really think we would have got quite a bit out of it. We'd have got more out of those games, those tough fixtures. And we actually did manage to get a point off MP using this system earlier in the season. We created an awful lot more here. I think I showed you this one, but maybe MP, maybe we caught them cold earlier in the year. It was hard to create chances against these two sides, but they're excellent. If we look, Vadi Degla have won 8 out of 8 games. Zamalek have won 7 out of 8. They've got 1 draw, which was against MP. But things don't get any easier. We're now facing Ismaily. We're facing Pyramids. Pyramids are not having such a good season, actually. So maybe that's a winnable game, but they're still one of the top dogs in the league, as the season preview will show. This is a brutal run of brutal run of fixtures. Ismaily, they've only conceded 1 goal, and that was the Pyramids. Zamalek, Vadi Degla, they only conceded hardly anything between. There's no wonder we haven't managed to score in those last 2 games. But we'll give it our best shot. The last season we got battered by Ismaily, 4-0 and 4-1. They absolutely smashed us. I'm just trying to remember these games, but I mean, look at that. I mean, we were all absolutely hammered us, didn't they? Really, game was done and dusted very early on there, and the home match wasn't an awful lot better. 30 shots, they absolutely roasted us. In fact, I just want to see a better performance. I really feel like with a bit of luck, if we can just sneak a goal, we might even get something out of the game. I still think we'll lose. I think Ismaily are just that much better. They've got a big wage budget, they've got some good players. Let's have a look at their key man. Guys like this, we don't have that sort of quality in our ranks, unfortunately, but we will give it our best shot. This is the formation we're going with. We'll stick with it for quite a long time, even if we fall behind. We've got to give ourselves at least an hour, 70 minutes, I think, stay in the game. I do believe in this system, I must say. Team news is good. Radwan is injured, but he wouldn't have played anyway. He would have been just a bench option in this formation. It has been, I must tell you, a difficult period also in terms of matches in the space of a week. We went Saturday to Wednesday, Saturday. It's tricky. We had a cup match just before that as well, and it's a brutal run of games. One thing I've been doing in training, I've been doing some specific stuff, preparing as defensive shape for this match tactic ahead of this game against Ismaily. So let's see how we get on. I think it's going to be a really hard match, but we'll give it our very best shot as we go into the game. The good thing about losing to everyone last year is we can use the revenge team talk, and I feel like it's worked quite well recently. It didn't quite work on 2 or 3 individuals here. I've said this for the last 2 games, and I think it can sort of, if you oversay the same thing in team talks, as this formation, by the way, as I say, it completely roasted us last year. There's 3 up front, 3 strikers. You don't see it very often You don't see many of the AI do it. I've not even come across any humans that have done it this year yet either, in any of the saves I've been involved in. So it's a particular challenge. Last year we couldn't handle it at all. I do wonder if a back four with 2D mids will handle it better. It all depends how wide they go. It's quite a big pitch here at Ismaily. Whether that probably will it suit us? Probably not. I don't know. It can depend, can't it? I just want us to give us a good, credible performance about ourselves. I do like I really am encouraged by this system, and I just feel I wish we had better players. The gulf between the top half and the bottom half of the league is just too much, so I feel. Eunice gets a ball in for them. I don't know how that went wrong there, but our own man seemed to head it to one of their players. Ismaily come forward. There's a lot of space for them, you see, on this right hand side. That's the problem. A lot of space. I don't think this pitch is going to suit defence. They're going to get in. Ooh, our goalkeeper there just spilt one. Oof. It's not what we wanted to see. Saeed. It's good clearance away. It's a huge surface, isn't it? I think we've almost got a... Do we defend narrower here? Kind of force them. You know, we don't mind the crosses in. They don't have an awful lot of width unless Saeed or the fullbacks come in. But they don't have like a huge amount of attacking width. But as you can see with this system, right, not a lot happens with the highlights. You know, we let them have the ball 60%. We want a little bit more perhaps. But for the most part, and this was very similar against Zamalek. This was very similar against the other team up there that we Vadi Degla. And then in the second half, or just one moment, kind of costs us. Like one moment of quality, or what, you know, one chance, all it takes, doesn't it? One thing we're not doing here that we were doing against Zamalek is we don't look like we're creating anything on the counter attack at all. So that just might just be a case of quality. But look at the space we have. If we could win the ball in this area, there is space. Right, don't let them do anything easy. That's the problem. There's the problem. Ah man, this is the issue we have. The ball just comes in, and this is very similar goals we can see against Vadi Degla and Zamalek. It's a cross in, either from the right or the left, and it's a good ball. But our players are just not good enough. At this point in time, we are well set up. If you look at this, you can't knock the players too much for positionally set up. We've got two lads in here covering these guys. We've got these three here for any cutback. We've got a man one-on-one at the back post, and he just loses him. Simple as that. He gets beaten in the air. An experienced lad gets beaten sort of air, or well, it's not in the air, he just sneaks in, Zekri does. That's just one-on-one defending. That's just lack of quality, and that's the frustrating part. I just wish we had better players, because if I had a better player there, I don't concede a goal. Simple as that. We won't say anything because we're going to come to half time soon. But this front trio are just absolute nightmare to face, I tell you. It's a really awkward formation. Might give it a go one time. We don't deal with that ball well at all. Watch them score long range now. No, good block. We need to somehow have more of a creative... We need more of an attacking threat in the second half. We restricted them well. Just that one chance. It was a big chance, but just poor defending cost us. But last year we were down here. We were getting smashed by them, and it's a marketed improvement defensively. I think we're going to say I'm pleased how things are going, because I am. We just need to try and get a chance ourselves. Or we can kind of just stay in the game. I sometimes say this to people who, if you're against someone good, you fall behind early in the game, or I don't know, first 20-30 minutes. There's too much of a... it's kind of in their heads, as we nearly got lucky there. You've got to immediately go attacking to try and get back in the game. I don't see a problem in waiting. Again, when you're against someone clearly superior to you, I don't see a problem in waiting around for about, you know, at least the hour mark, just to stay in the game. Got to look at maybe making a couple of subs soon. Now, can we actually get a chance here on the break? Al Gruce. It would be nice to get a highlight, wouldn't it? Passed it nice here. Can we get out to the fullback? Get a cross in. We need to get a cross in the middle. Ah, we're not there. Them three, bloody 3 trio. There's always one of them comes to get the ball. He's going to give a penalty away. You see, that was good. We forced him wild, but we just can't seem to create much at this point in time. Are the other players too tired? I don't know. El Garus. We need to get a crossing. Solomon. Surely now we put it in the area. There's a header. That's more like it. That's good football from us. So a few encouraging signs of this second half. Can we make something happen with the corner? No. Can we get it back out and recycle it there? I would have liked to have gone back to the corner taker there. And Murphy gets it back now. Khalifa, will he shoot? No, he's not instructed to do that, so I don't blame him. Sobi puts the ball in, nothing happened. That was an encouraging highlight though. Nevertheless, we've got a couple of lads on empty because it's been a tough week. So I think Solomon, he's had a good game actually, the lad. But we're going to have to do that. Abdul Fattah and Hanafi's really struggling today, but we just don't really have any other options in this area for him. Unless we bring Bile on. I think he's absolutely on empty though, isn't he? So Bile going to have to come there as a shadow striker. It's not his natural role. Fahim as well, struggling, but we'll leave him on the field. I think we'll encourage the players now because they're starting to get to that period. A few guys are frustrated by the feedback. We get a free kick. Can we make something happen from that? We've got to make more of those opportunities. We really have. Long ball over the top. This is too easy, and they should have scored. I hate that long ball over the top. That we really don't get caught out in this system too often doing that. I think we'll go to 80 minutes with this system. If we can stay in the game, give ourselves a chance. We've still got one more sub we can make. Never quite know, do you? Let's encourage them again. Got lads are anxious. I don't know why they're anxious. There's no real pressure on us in this game at all. I just wonder, have we got a chance in us before the end of this game? Khalifa, a bit slow onto that, wasn't he? Fahim. It's not a bad ball. Saeed. Ambitious from him, say the least. Right, we've got to make a decision whether we go narrow or whether we go more sort of wide. We've got more chance of going through the middle here against them, or we've got more chance of creating stuff out wide against them. And that's my question. I'm not sure. Not sure. What roles are they? Difficult to say, isn't it? Who's playing well for them? Bayumi's playing well. Zekri is. Yunus is playing well, but he's injured. I wonder if we can get at him. I think that will just tip me to go with this wide system. We can get at him. Perhaps we've got one more sub. It would make sense to take someone off who is struggling physically, Fahim. But we don't really have anyone that can come on for him, that's the problem. Unless we put Saeed out there. Does look shattered, doesn't he? It's been a brutal week. We'll do that. We'll make the striker a winger. He's got pace at least. We will go very attacking mentality of the last 5 minutes. Soon, right? Let's pause it. What can we say here to encourage him? Let's. So if we've got a throw in though, can we win the ball there? Get there first. He's slow. He's really slow. It just so helps in this game if you've got pace in your team, you know. we don't have enough of it, of that. We'll go very attacking now. Oh, that's surely offside. No, he stayed on, Zekri. Every time he does us this, lad, Zekri. He's a very good player. But we held out well until the 80th minute. As soon as I switched to formation, more attacking, they've done for us. So, this is a nicely worked goal. A great movement from Zekri. They're just too good for us. You know, it's very frustrating. Have you ever been in this situation in FM? Where you just know you've got a really good system and you're getting the absolute maximum out of your players against clearly superior opposition, and which is the case here in Egypt. But you're just not getting the results, you know. On another day, I think these last 3 matches we could have maybe got something. But I think you can all see we have made a lot of improvements since last season, certainly defensively anyway. The flip side of that, we're just not creating enough, you know, not against these sort of sides anyway. But, you know, I'm encouraged. Compared to last season, we were getting smashed 4-0, 4-1. They were having double the amount of shots against us last season. And I feel at times this is a bit harsh on as we restrict them fairly well. They've just got some really good players, Ismaily. I think we'll say they're demotivated. Guys, what is it? If you lose by 2 goals, it's like the players want you to bollock them. I hate that about this game. I really hate that. That's caught me out a few times, but I refuse to change. I'm not going to bollock them when they've played quite well. But yeah, I mean, we've just faced the top 3 in the league, current top 3 in the league. Our 4 defeats we've had are against the top 4. I feel like we're closer to them. We're definitely closer to them. We're actually making ourselves quite respectable against these top sides this year. It's just, I mean, Zekri, this fella here, he's very good. You know, he's technically excellent. He's got 16 finishes. He's got the pace about him. How many goals? He scored 9 in 9. Last season he scored 13. He's got the ability to do well. But unfortunately it's another loss. It's 3 in a row, and it probably, in all likelihood, be 4 in a row against Pyramids. So it is what it is. I think you can all see we are making defensive strides, but we need better players, and we probably need a little bit more on the break on an offering. But it doesn't help we face 3 sides of Ireland concede the goal between them all season. Fair play. I'm encouraged. I don't know when I'm going to come back. Probably it'll be a mid-season review. So we are at 9 games in. It's 34 game season, so game 17. So probably in 8 games time we'll come back, mid-season review like we did last year. See where we are in terms of the the stats and everything, where we're making improvements. We do have, after Pyramids, we have a good run of games against Gasco team, I think there, and we should win that in the Egyptian Cup first round. But we've got Makkasa, Petrojet, El Mazriti had it a bit harder, but then we've definitely got winnable games for sure before the second half of the season again. So yeah, we got to make the most of those fixtures. Shame about this one today, but I'm really pleased how this tactic is making us more competitive. Anyway, so that's going to be it for this particular episode. Thanks very much for watching. If you liked the video, do consider subscribing to the channel. It's been much appreciated. Any comments, put them in below. Likes. Follow me on the socials above, especially the Twitch channel. You can catch me on there most weekdays at the minute. But apart from that, that's it. Goodbye. Stay safe. Take care. I'll see you around next time for the next FM21 Journeyman video.